participation from you guys. They're going to come out and introduce themselves and their ideas. Then they're going to act for about 20 to 25 minutes, all based on that one suggestion. Is that cool?
Yeah!
I love it! All right, cool. So, give me one word, any word.
Popcorn.
Psycho.
Pineapple.
Let the diet go.
Seiko is in the watch.
Stars.
Zipper.
Nintendo.
Scuba diver.
Nintendo. I think everybody's got some great thoughts about Nintendo. So we're going to take Nintendo. The song form set is all about these guys and Nintendo. Give it up for them.
Yeah!
Super original, like really dark gray box where like you have to like push it in and all that stuff. It's great. It got me all the way through grad school because I would play Dr. Mario all the time. It was just perfect.
You know, I started off going to my friend down the house street to play his Nintendo because, of course, you know, from the trailer park, you never get one. So I was at his house, plus his sister was like a teenager and she was hot as hell. So like I'd hang out hoping like, hey dude, when's your sister gonna take a shower? You know?
One of the craziest stories I have from ever dating a girl was, I dated this girl that lived in a trailer park, and she and I went to high school together, and as it turns out, her mom was a huge alcoholic, and we actually had to go, when I say we, my girlfriend called me and was like, hey, my mom's drunk at this bar, we gotta go pick her up, and I was like, alright, whatever. So we go pick her up, and her mom gets in my back seat, and throws up all over my back seat. It was the most ridiculous thing ever.
So back in 1993, Georgia had this huge blizzard, and at the time I was staying with my mom who was living in a trailer park, and they didn't have any wires to get electricity across the park. They had those boxes, you know, the electrical boxes, and we thought it would be so cool to build a snowman on top of one of those boxes until it melted and the entire park lost power because of it.
Being from Colorado, we've had a couple of blizzards and we actually know what real snow is supposed to be compared to down here. But I remember one of the times it snowed, I was still only about 4 or 5 years old, and I was not quite as big as I was now. So I was able to actually walk on top of the snow because it didn't iced over. So I'd get all the way out in the middle of the onion field where we lived, and I'd just start stomping out a message in the snow, trying to spell out stuff for planes up overhead. And so I remember like one day, I got about halfway through, and my mom just started to like call me in because it was time for lunch and stuff like that. And, you know, you get halfway through a message, and it's like, you know, food, message.
Gotta get this this refrigerating unit fixed, or all the butter's gonna melt.
Don't worry.
It's already starting to melt.
Listen, I know you're the best at this, sweetie. Don't worry about it, okay? And just because it's the first day in our new apartment, like it's totally fine. We're gonna
I
get
know,
it together.
but if all the butter melts, we're not gonna be able to make our bed.
Listen, honey, I know it's gonna be a problem if we can't make our bed without butter, but listen, I didn't marry you because of the buttery bed. I married you because of here, okay? That's why I married you. The buttery bed is just plus. Alright? I'm gonna get a wrench.
Yeah, I'm really glad you said that because I've been doubting our marriage lately, and I'm really glad to know that it wasn't all about the buttery bed. Like me.
It's good. It's a little bit awkward to hear you saying that, but honestly, like, I think because you're willing to admit it, it just shows me that there's something really special about the two of us, you know? I mean, would it have made a difference if it was garlic butter?
Not to me, but I thought you cared about those kind of things. You know, you come from a...
So, how are you enjoying the margarine bed?
You know, it's nice. It just feels a little bit different. It feels exotic. It feels kind of artificial, you know?
Well, that's the whole purpose of it. I mean, because there's too many people with natural butter beds
Yeah.
that there's just too much deterioration going on, you know. But with the margarine bed, this thing is going to be good for at least the next 30 years.
So, peanut butter bed. Various varieties of peanut butter bed. Creamy, chunky, super chunky.
And roasted.
If If you'll step on over here, I'll show you the I can't believe it's not bed. Right here.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Look, I'm so glad we decided to come up with the attic. Look at that.
That is the coolest thing ever.
I had no idea that we had the tiny rocks when we were little. I don't even remember that. That's amazing.
I don't remember it either. Here, get it. Wow, look, there's a box of tapes. None of them were labeled. We should just, I don't know, just throw caution to the wind and
Let's
stick in the tapes.
Let's do it. Let's see if it still works.
Okay, here, wait, take a tape. All right.
Hello, please love me.
You got,
It just said, please love me.
maybe the settings on it are wrong. Maybe it's like a record player. We have to change the settings.
Oh my God.
Make it like a 70 or something, or like a 50 or something. You know what I mean?
You think we should take it apart and...
Well, no, I'm saying we should change the settings instead. Maybe that changes the way it sounds. Maybe there's more to the message. It's like
Like a less loving setting or something.
Sure. Yeah. There, let's see what it sounds like now.
Thank you for loving me. Yeah, I need to go kill something.
I want to see if I shook it, if it changes the sound. Yeah, I mean, shake it. All right, got it.
Everyone says that this Nintendo game causes seizures. Nobody fucking hates this old game.
Dude,
It got thrown out.
I can't believe you found it.
Like people said that like they had to take it off the market because kids just died.
Well, stop talking about it. Put it
You
in.
wanna try it?
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm starting to feel it. You feeling it?
Welcome to the world of video game experience. Here it is now to start. Bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, bounce. Find the glow stick. Bounce, bounce. Stay alive. Oh no, you're getting dehydrated. Bounce, bounce. Now comes the flash.
Okay, sir. I'm the EMT. I'm here to take care of you. You'll be fine. You're just having a seizure. It's normal. This happens all the time. Don't bite your tongue. Try to stop moving and try to breathe. There you go. There you go.
That was awesome.
You're fucking tall.
There you go, here's the toolkit. Keep your feet elevated, sir. Please. Okay.
Okay, so
I just want to play the game.
I know. We've had a lot of cases like this. Recently, this game is.
Okay, Steve, Betty, I know that you're my top EMTs, but we're gonna have to make cutbacks, all right? It's imperative now, in order to save money, the county is making you ride separately. You cannot show up at the same time on scene, all right? The other thing is we're no longer gonna have a stretcher, I'm just gonna give you a random box of tools. Sometimes it may have duct tape or a hammer in it, but that's probably pretty rare. So, I'm sorry, but it's what's gonna have to happen.
Will I accept this challenge?
You have to or I can fire you.
Well, I'm already used to working with that stuff anyways.
Listen, it's been about 3 months with the new program. Time to come to review. I hear that you guys have been on a lot of calls together, and I know that you said that you were cool with it at the time. I figured I would step in as the district superintendent because probably hearing it from your direct supervisor would be weird. Because honestly, like, you two agreed to stay separate. This was an agreement that you came to with the EMT Organization of America.
Well, our timing's just off. Like, what? He has a different concept of what late is. Like, for me, late is like if you're there 5 minutes after when you're supposed to be there. Whereas late for him is like 15 minutes.
Okay.
I'm supposed to show up by myself and just do all this stuff with.
Okay, listen, this simulation is going all wrong. What? Okay, patient, we told you stop talking, all right? Emergency situation, all right? You can't be talking anymore. And I don't want to hear excuses from you. You're here just to do it. Don't make an excuse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Again,
All right.
All right, this really isn't okay. Sorry, again.
Sir, are you okay? Are you okay, sir? Can you speak to me?
Snow is like extra crispy this year. It's like, I feel like I've had to work out more often to be able to keep up with this job, you know? I must have just can't get this stupid snow off the ground.
I guess for new people like you, it's a little bit hard, huh? I'm just trying to be support. I'm trying to see where you're coming from.
People like me?
Yeah, you're new. You're brand new.
Are you? Hold on. My upper arm strength isn't the best, okay?
That's
Yeah, see, everybody knows my upper arm strength is not the best. But you know why they hired me to clean the snow off? Because I have a passion for it. I care. I show up on time and I do my job. You, on the other hand, you're like,
Listen, I'm
you
not.
don't care. You have no passion for it.
I'm not here to argue with you. All right? I'm here as somebody who's been here longer, and I'm just telling you that it's just not that easy when you first come on to start the job. Okay? You don't have 5 years of experience like me.
All right.
Man.
If you bring your own mop, you get a more legitimate feel.
Do they have the wireless phone?
It's a set.
Yes.
It costs extra, but yeah.
Let's see the game.
3 of those. All right, so
You gotta sweep harder, dude.
I'm trying,
You
man.
gotta sweep harder. If we're gonna clean this place up in time, you need to sweep harder.
Cut. Let's see the game, not people playing the game.
Sweep harder. This place is a catastrophe.
We need an upgrade closet. We need a bigger room.
More water, extra points, more water.
Do not doubt my managerial skills.
Time. Fading.
I was wiping.
Point in different cast members, and they're all gonna try and tell the same story, but only when I point at them. And if I switch to another person, they have to stop what they're saying, and the next person has to pick it up. Now here's where the die part comes in. If you don't like what they're saying, if they stumble on a word, if they go into some non sequitur that makes no sense, or they even look at you funny, I want you all to shout out, die. You guys wanna give it a try?
Yeah.
So on the count of 3, let's all shout die. 1, 2, 3.
Die!
Ooh, that's good. That's a lot of piss and vinegar in there. I like that. Die. If one person shouts out die out of the audience, everybody else back them up. Let's make sure we cast these people out of their story. All right. Give me a name of the story. Something interesting.
Perky Nerd Society.
I'm sorry?
Perky Nerd Society.
The Perky Nerd Society. There's something we've never heard. That's awesome. I love it. The Perky Nerd Society. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another cast, and they're going to tell you the story of the Perky Nerd Society.
Now, the PNS was started off originally about 2012 with the death of Stephen Hawking.
After the death of Stephen Hawking, Jamie took over. She was an excellent leader of the Perky Nerd Society, as she herself was a
Very perky girl. And not only was she perky, she was born in
Tennessee. Now, a lot of people aren't very familiar with perky, attractive girls from Chattanooga, but
She was remarkably perky. In fact,
She was the perkiest of perks.
Well done, audience. Well done. You sent her to an early grade. I love it. All right, cool. You guys want to hear another story from them?
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's get another title for another story.
The banana peel did it.
The banana peel did it? Ooh.
Mystery.
Sounds like a suspense novel. I love it. All right, give it up for another cast. The banana peel.
on a dark, stormy night, when all that you could hear was the squeaky sound of a mouse on the other side of the manor.
Not even a mouse.
Yeah, wow. All right, well done, audience. Well done. You guys still want to hear that story? You want to hear it?
Yes.
All right, let's hear about how the banana peel did it.
Throughout the manor, wind whistled through the hallways, curtains bellowed,
and the rain tapped against the side of the glass.
Lights flickered.
And suddenly there was a cry!
out in the night.
No!
Well done. All right, give it up for him. That's very good. Well done, folks. All right, next up, let's get Levi and John to the stage. What sort of contraption do you want them to build?
Time machine.
Catapult.
A catapult, a time machine,
A lake sling.
Robot. Submarine.
An underwater sewing machine.
an underwater sewing machine. Underwater sewing machine, we're going to take that. That sounds very useful. There's a dearth of those on the market right now. All right, so the name of this game is called Buzzer. Now, what happens in buzzers, these guys will be acting, and if I want to change something that they just said, I'll make this noise, and they will have to change the last words they said. And I'll be throughout the scene going, and they'll change maybe the next word or the last phrase. All right, you guys are building an underwater sewing machine. The game is Buzzer. Give it up for them.
You know, I think we're running low on oxygen down here.
If I should be through before the shift, if you need some more oxygen, I'll give you some of mine. You know, if you need some more oxygen, we just start pulling it out of the water. You know, we just, need some more oxygen. Then I guess you just kind of fucked a little bit, man.
No, but you always get better equipment than me. I gotta push this damn button on my belt to talk. Talk right into your mask. You can just think. You just think the words and they just like appear in my headset. You can just say whatever you want.
So they make me the chief engineer on this project. You know, they realize that with global warming and everything, everybody's industry is going to be underwater soon. You know, they realize that we've screwed ourselves, man. You know, we got to do something to just reinvent the whole industry. We got to do something to just to knock these fools off their feet. You know.
Yeah,
This is going to be it.
it's a great idea. It's a great idea. Sorry, you didn't hear me there. It's gonna be, I hope it works because my family's riding on this. And we've invested everything in your company, Mike. We've been slaving for 5. We've been. I sold my kids extra diapers just so that we could do this. I sold the diapers, Mike.
I understand that. In the future, you're not going to need diapers. Everybody's going to be underwater anyway. So everybody's going to be hooked up to a vacuum tube. All your process is just going to be taken from you. It'll be cool. It'll be like man, it's gonna be the future. It's gonna be like, you know, just having a personal maid, just stick hoses up your ass. It's gonna be like having just, you know, your own butler come by and he's gonna be like, do you need anything, sir? And you're like, yes. Stick this tube in me, please.
I hope you're right, man. Speaking of which, go ahead and stick that oxygen tube in here. I need some. Go ahead and stick that oil tube in the needle of our sewing machine here, so we can grab this bobbin over here. Man, that's why you get the good stuff, man. She's good at this shit. Just like my grandma used to do it. Just like a wizard.
These two or these three people are going to be playing a game called Emotional Interview. Emotional Interview. And which one of you is going to be interviewing today? John? John's going to be interviewing Playbo and Jackie for a job. What interesting job are they interviewing for? Could be anything.
Shark Tank cleaner.
A Shark Tank cleaner. We're going to take that. It's the only thing anybody said. Shark Tank cleaner.
Shark Tank.
Yes, Christopher and Jackie will be interviewing for Shark Tank cleaner.
One at a time?
Yeah, one at a time. Not a group interview. And what we're going to be doing throughout the scene is changing the emotions of the interviewees. All right, so why don't you guys spit out a couple of emotions you want to see these two actors. Happy.
Spastic.
Spastic and angry. Focused. Benevolent. Exhausted. OCD and psychotic. Two different ones.
Head over heels in love.
What was that?
Head over heels in love.
Head over heels in love. Very specific.
Subservient. Cautious.
Subservient.
Yes.
Cautious.
Gratified.
Nervous.
Satiated.
Okay.
Godlike.
Narcissistic.
I'm sorry? Narcissistic.
Devilish.
Persistent and devilish. Sex crazed. So far you've described the cast. Well done. Very well done. Let me get about two more.
Angry.
Undecided.
Angry.
Flip-floppy.
Flip-floppy.
Yeah.
I love that. Give me one more.
Constipated.
Passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive is what I heard. Yes. Well done. Well done. Passive aggressive. Looks like a great list. All right. So Jackie and Christopher are interviewing for the job of Shark Tank cleaner. John will be interviewing them. We'll be changing their emotions. Give it up for them.
We're have a seat.
Hi there, my name is Violet.
Violet?
Thanks again for meeting with me today.
Sure thing. So, yeah, thanks for coming by the Village Aquarium here.
Thank you for coming and seeing me. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I see here that you have a lot of experience with Shark Tank cleaning.
Yes, I do.
So why don't you just go and tell me, why did you leave your last job? It's pretty prestigious.
Well, you know, at the Shark Tank Aquarium Emporium United, there were a lot of good advancement opportunities, and I really liked my boss. But I thought that the exact environment that I was in was a little bit confining. I mean, I think that the possibility of using different kinds of cleaning materials on Shark Tanks is actually really where Shark Tank cleaning is.
Angry.
It's going that way in the future, and I kept on telling my boss that it was going to go there, and they just never listened to me, all right? They never listened to me, and I never had a chance to do anything that I wanted to do. So I thought, fine,
OCD.
Yeah,
OCD.
Because you get there and you get in all the tiny little cracks, and sometimes you have to go over them 5 times. Sometimes you have to go over them 5 times, and then suddenly when you didn't remember, if you put it over 3 times or 5 times, and you have to get the bleach and put it on the toothbrush, brush your own teeth for a little while.
Exhausted. Exhausted.
And oh my God, it's just like, if I could just have a chance to do anything in my life, it would be cleaning. I'm sorry, I just am so tired.
Psychotic.
So, I know you mentioned being a little confined at your last position, so that's one of the things about the village, or the village aquarium is, it's a tiny aquarium. Now, are you going to be okay with that?
I'll be fine. I've been to okay confined spaces. I really do. You just put me to the test and I'll squeeze inside of that tiny little space and you'll forget that I'm there. You will forget.
Well, so you heard about the last employee while we're looking for a new position.
Yeah.
Someone forgot he was in there. Passed away.
That's really sad. That's really sad.
We definitely hope we don't forget you there.
Well, I really, I am so glad that you took time out of your very busy day, and believe me, I know exactly how busy your day is. I've been able to see your calendar for the past 5 weeks.
Overly descriptive.
I'm thinking about going home. I may have to stop at a Wendy's over quick on the way, because I have to shit so bad right now. So
Constipated. Constipated.
Wow.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's nice meeting you, Violet.
It's great to meet you too. You have my phone number, and I will send you a follow-up card. I promise you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Jefferson, come on in.
Jeez, hold on, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
How are you? Again? Yarmo Jevis.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Benevolence. Benevolence.
So you're interested in the position we have here at the Village Aquarium?
I'm interested in all positions.
You have any experience with shark tank cleaning?
I have experience in everything.
Okay. Can you tell me about the last time that you cleaned the shark tank?
Of course, my friend. I can tell you a lot of things.
Devilish. Devilish.
I could tell you about my entire life, but why would we want to do that? Huh? Why don't we just, I don't know, hang out?
We do have a good culture here. We like to hang out like that.
Good. I understand that you have a lot of sharks in your tank, no?
Absolutely.
Flip-floppy. Flip-floppy.
We got all kinds of sharks in there.
Yes, I like sharks. I mean, they're okay sometimes. Maybe, I cannot swim.
Godlike. Godlike.
You know what I really like? Just standing back and looking at things. Just taking in all that has already been done, all that exists. Like just taking you in for a second, right?
Sex craze. Sex craze.
All of this is very wet. Just, I think we should do is get into the water. Why do we talk about cleaning a tank unless we have dirty enough first? Let us dirty up the tank, dirty enough. Dirty the tank. Dirty.